Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. We are going to start our ongoing meditation session now. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dharma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take a few minutes to understand ourselves, how this meditation can help for us to cultivate our mind, and why it is necessary for us, especially nowadays. Because when it comes to our ordinary life, mostly our egocentric, self-centered mind govern our day-to-day activities. Our own ideas have a conversation itself with our own mind, not with others. And when we have conversation with ourselves, and day by day, mostly the same kind of conversation you go through, and then what will happen, you become very familiar with your own thoughts, your own ideas. Then by the time, what will happen? It become a barrier to yourself. It will become very difficult to break down. And then mostly you become very comfortable and you start to live with it. So when you walk on this liberation or the salvation, or in this spiritual path, one of the important things that you have to remember, be willing to change. Be willing to change within yourself, not with others. Especially be willing to change with what you in your comfort zone. And be willing to accept the rejection, because when we build up our comfort zone, we mostly become very comfortable with when other people appreciate it, when other people accept it, when other people validate that. And then what will happen? You more and more into trap. So once you able to willing to accept the rejection, underneath deeply yourself, you become strong. Because mostly we just follow ideas. When it comes to wisdom, that what you know, if you look very carefully, that everything can find from outside. What you know, we can Google and we can search and recognize. So that means as wisdom, what we hold, it's kind of like just a piece of information. But the wisdom is more different than that information. So the meditation will help you to get into that wisdom, not tangling with this information. But there is a deeper hindrance. So what is that hindrance? What is that difficulty? That difficulty is this, mask. See? So when you put the mask, especially when you go out, you put mask nowadays. And when you associate people, you put a mask. So when you put a mask, what happens? It cannot recognize you completely. And that is what your ego does. It always put a mask. And then you become so comfortable. You get so protected. And that inside the mask, and sometimes we, place to place, we change different masks. So like that, we have a different way of putting mask that ourselves. And to hide who we are. Why? Because we are afraid if other people reject us, if they know real who we are. And that fear allow you to bring more and more and different verses, which sometimes even you have no idea how it came to you. Because your ego always protect you. So can you get out of that mask? At least just yourself. You cannot, maybe in this very conventional life, we cannot just do in front of others suddenly. Why? Because everybody judge. We know that. And sometimes mostly we are afraid for others' judgment. But when you get into very authentic yourself, or the very natural life, the one of the important thing is you're not going to afraid for others' judgment. That because that doesn't mean that you can do any harm to others. That doesn't mean you don't care anybody. No, because once you tune to the truth, once you tune to the nature, it makes you more comfortable. And that comfort come out of the satisfaction, completion, harness within yourself, knowingly 100% it is the truth. That's why you become comfortable. So then yourself, you have to come to a point to understand, do you want to wear the mask, or you want to get out of it? Because if you want to do it, then no one can challenge for that, because you will keep doing it in front of your own friends, family members, and you will very easily keep doing it. When you go to outside, When you have some gatherings, you always keep doing it. For what? What is the purpose? So you are the one who need to question it, because you are the one who know how you wear that mask. And at the same time, once you lose it, once you get out of it, where are you heading? One, because that your egocentric mind always take the leads in this conventional life as ordinary people. So once you get out of it, where I take you? It mostly take you moment by moment satisfaction. Another thing is, and deeper underneath, there is a different quality going to arise in you. In the very conventional life, we always look for our own benefit. And we trying to add value to ourselves. And we then depending on that value and putting our identity, name, so on like that. But once you tune to the nature, once you get into that spiritual path, once you get into the flow, the change happening inside you, and then what will happen? You become more humble to yourself to do something for others, to bring a value to their lives without looking for any feedback to yourself. It's not kind of like a generous. Generous is a general idea about sharing. But when you tune to the nature, you become different than generous. You become more humble to yourself. There is no resistance inside you. When there is opportunity that you gain to add value to others' lives, and even it's you're not depending from any feedback. That is where you become more and more and more strong. So, but getting to that level, you have to have some practice. Because without practice, what we can do? Just look at that in a very conventional way. Look, this our mind can practice to anything. So indeed, why we have to practice? Why especially for like meditation, why we need to practice? Because our own egocentric mind, depending from our own ideas, not allow us to liberate from it. It allows us to facilitate and be with it and nourish and maintain the same kind of thoughts. So then you have to have a strength to bring something new towards you. That is what through meditation we does. How you can do it? So you tune to the present moment. To tune to present moment, you get the help out of the primary mental object. Maybe your sensation, the bodily sensation, the moment of the feelings, or the awareness with the inhalation, exhalation. And if you're more experienced person, you can get into the thoughts without interfering to it, and you can see the thoughts and the behavior of this bodily nature. So you can catch some kind of primary mental object and be with it and tune to the present moment. And once you tune to the present moment, so you have to practice it. Then your mind start little by little become smart. to be with it. So like anything, is some kind of like in a very conventional way, to be happy. If you decide and if you train to be happy, you can do that. Be patient. You can train your mind for a certain level. And resistance. That's also you can learn yourself. That's how people does in a conventional life, in an ordinary life. They practice and they learn and they train. So for mental practice also, for a certain level, you need some training. Why you need that training? Because we have blind spots, which we can't see. Somebody else need to show that. That's why in sport field, we have coach, advisor, kind of like a director. So different field have different people have that. So that's why in meditation also you need some kind of guideline sometimes. Otherwise, this is not a subject to teach. No, but sometimes we have our own blind spots, which we can't see. So, but when you come to this kind of session and work every day, what happens? You become smart to recognize that blind spots. And then you can prevent unnecessary interference or the accidents or the difficulties can happen. So that clarity make you more sharp, more clear inside yourself to know who you are. So that's what finally going to you end up being, knowingly who you are. But on the way in this journey, that whatever through the culture, tradition, schooling, that the environment, through that many ways we absorb, we learn, we intake a lot of things. So that thing's always inside us, going round and round and round, and creating our life in the same kind of way. That's why very easily we develop habits. So, but when you come to the present moment, you get out of that all the patterns and the methods, and you come to a very clear point to recognize how things come to be as they are. That is the power that you need to develop. That is the wisdom that you need to have. Wisdom, another way we can see this outside world, calculating information, but another wisdom going to arise when you come to the present moment. So, there are certain things you know already. So when you practice meditation, what happens? You start to know how you know it. What is the meaning of that knowing inside? Because we learn things and we read books, we watching things, and then we learn certain things. And then you can say, oh, I know this. But there's deeply behind that all the knowings something. That is what called the consciousness. So on the surface level, we're not going to access to that. We just access to information. But deeper level, you can access to that consciousness, and then you know that what you know how you know that. Once you know it, it take you out from most of the blind spots. And that is where you become more humble to deeper inside you. Because mostly if you look very carefully, we are so aggressive to ourselves. That's why we disconnect from our own truth, our own behavior, our own nature. And a lot of people, rather than understanding ourselves, a lot of people challenge themselves. No, the meditation is not like that. Because you're going to see you, then how you can challenge you. So in the very first level, then take a step forward yourself to accept whatever happening within yourself, but to observe and recognize it. Not to change anything in the first level. And once you deeply get into that truth, you will see that whatever the environment or the outside things, and within that, how you deal with that other people, because now you know something inside by your own experience, and then the mask that you're putting, you're ready to take out. And then maybe whatever the rejection come, maybe whatever that the resistance come, so it's you're not going to go with that. It is not, you're not going to take it personally for yourself. You will accept that others' ideas, but at the same time, you will know the truth that you hold. And then you become more and more relaxed, comfortable person. That is the change deeply they're happening in you. And then in a certain level, it's like the parachute, when you pull the thread to open the parachute, anymore that compact package not going to be there, it's going to open, which you cannot put it back. So same like you will get out of that from your own self-centered mind, and you become open. That openness will release you from all the memory that we keep counting. That is what another way we call freedom. So this practice will take you to that freedom, little by little, step by step, step by step. And then you have to remember to trust this path. The trusting means you trust your own practice, you trust your own mind, you trust your own breathing, you trust your own sitting. You don't need to close your eyes and thinking about the Buddha or the teachings or the Dharma. Forget about that. Once you close your eyes, you become your own master. Can you make like you are the Buddha, not the outside? Can you accept like you are the Buddha? Let your mind to function to the highest. Can you allow your body to be the Buddha? Just not on the outside. You cannot maybe, but just at least sitting. When you sit, can you just be like you are a Buddha? Let your body to function to the highest and get the best out of it. When you have the awareness, rather than holding back with your history or the name or your identity, can you be like the Buddha? Your awareness, 100%, like the Buddha. So if you are able to, little by little, develop that, You're not putting the faith on someone else and sitting and separate you from that and doing. No, you put the faith on you 100%. That is where you build up the strength, the energy, the current. And that is where you experience something. And that will one day fulfill this journey. And then that experience one day will liberate you from the tangled mind. So then you have to remember, like we all are from, children from this universe, that all this, the particles in this universe can find in our body. Though all the elements in this universe can find in our body. And that whatever the elements in your body, it's everywhere in this universe. So when you're ready to transform yourself, when you're ready to look for a new path yourself, when you look for to upgrade or the development yourself from that whatever the person who you are to become completely a new person with the wisdom, you know what will happen? This universe will start to open 100,000 windows around you. And then that whatever the step, whatever the direction you take, it will take you to the liberation. So then you have many opportunities. And then you have to take that opportunity. Don't afraid to count on your own human experience or the strength. So take that path. But you have to be aware. It will happen. Maybe only today. Why? Because tomorrow, who knows what will happen? Who knows that we can be like this tomorrow, or what we're going to lose tomorrow? We don't know. So then, but this opportunity, the moment, right now, right here, you have that windows around you. The only thing is, give your best to find that. And once you find it, don't hold it to who you are. Take the step forward and go through it and change. Change 100%, not 50%, 99%. Be willing to change 100% and be willing to upgrade yourself to a better, the best version of you. And that way you will say, each and every moment that you practice meditation will take towards liberation. Then one day, your destination will be in front of you. So with that, we're going to practice a little bit. So bring your right palm onto your left. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So bring attention to your body, please, and scan head to toes. And say Supaat Deva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens, recognize inhalation as inhalations, exhalation as exhalations through the sensation of it. Not by visualizing, not by thinking, just by through the sensation. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. So we cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion. From the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Maya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Ha Paribunjissami Dhamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamanchatu. Bless.